Children, we shall be starting with the grammar section today, and I will be taking up the topic of modals. You have already done this topic before, so it will be a kind of a revision, but then I will be explaining this topic in detail, and I will be giving you a variety of examples also to help you understand the topic in a much better way. Children, at the end of this PPT, you will find a worksheet attached. You are expected to solve it in your notebook. So let us begin with the topic, children. Children, when I say a modal, it is a type of an auxiliary verb. Now, what do you understand by an auxiliary verb? Children, these are helping verbs. Now, if I give you a simple sentence, for example, she is a good girl. Now, is over here is an auxiliary verb, or is also referred to as the helping verb. Now, when I say that modals are auxiliary verbs, these auxiliary verbs, children, have a specific meaning. They express meanings such as ability, possibility, permission, or obligation. When we oblige someone, children, obligation. When you write a leave letter and at the end, what do you write the sentence? I shall be highly obliged, thankful. Now, modals, children, they express a variety of meanings, and these are the helping verbs that are used in a sentence. Now, modals could be semi-modals or modal phrases, and they are used to express the same things as modals. Means whether these are phrases, short sentences, or they are also referred to as semi-modals, but their function in a sentence remains the same. They are in combination of auxiliary verbs and the preposition to. Now, when I am using the preposition to, children, the modals and semi-modal examples are given to you below. Can, could, be able to. Now, can and could are modals, they are auxiliary verbs used, but be able to over here is a modal phrase, children. Why? Because it is followed by the preposition to. So this is a phrase. What do you understand by a phrase? It is a short sentence or with an incomplete meaning. So be able to here is a modal phrase. Now, how they are used in a sentence, children, it will be clear. May, might, shall, should, must, have to, will, would. These all are modals, and then again have to is a modal phrase. Their usage, children, it will be clear as we proceed with the discussion. Let us discuss can, could, and be able to. So can, could are simple modals, and be able to is a modal phrase. Let us take an example, children. Tom can write poetry very well. Don't look at the definition first. Let us go from general to specific. Okay, I am giving you some examples. Try to understand the context, the usage of these modals, and then we shall arrive at the definition. So I am going from general to specific. Now the example is Tom can write poetry very well. I can help you with that next week. Lisa cannot speak French. Can write, can help, cannot speak. Are you seeing? Can, cannot. These are the modals used, and they are used before a verb. They are used before a verb, and the verb in the sentence are write is the verb in the first sentence, help is another verb. Okay, so can, write, can help, these modals are behaving as auxiliary verbs. Now let us go to the definition, children. Tom can write poetry very well. What does it mean? That it is telling us about Tom's ability, that he can write poetry very well. I can help you with that next week. Today I cannot help you, but yes, definitely next week. So it's showing my capacity, my ability. And lack of ability, Lisa cannot speak French. Cannot is showing my lack of ability. Am, is, are, will be plus able to plus base form of the verb. You can just have a good look at this structure, children. With as and when I am explaining you and as and when we are doing the examples, this will become clear. So please look at these examples, try to understand these sentences. Children, in the last slide, we were discussing about modals or auxiliary modals that express ability as well as inability. So we read about can. Now I will be taking up the modal phrases, again expressing ability as well as inability. So let us try to understand it with the help of examples. Two sentences, the first and the second sentences shows ability, children. Mike is able to solve complicated maths equations. So it's his ability. He's a genius, he's a maths wizard. The support team will be able to help you in about 10 minutes. So again, it is a modal phrase which shows or expresses ability. Now look at the last sentence, children, which expresses inability, a negative sentence over here. I won't, will not, wherever you use not, no, it's a negative sentence, children. I won't be able to visit you next summer. So this is a modal phrase used which shows inability. So be able to is the modal phrase, and I won't be able to visit you next summer, it expresses inability. Please go through these three sentences once again. Mike is able to solve complicated maths equations. I have used modal phrases. Will be able to help, won't be able to visit, inability. Okay, let's move on to the next slide now. Children, when we were discussing slide number 3, we studied about ability. Can, could and be able to. Can, which expresses a present ability. Could, that expresses a past ability. Now that ability, that potential could be in the positive or negative, children, right? Somebody has the capacity and somebody is not able to, does not have the potential or does not have the capacity. So can and could are auxiliary modals, whereas be able to is a modal phrase. Now can expresses a present ability. Children, now don't fix this as specific definitions. You will see that a single modal can have different meanings. Again, it all depends on their usage, and as and when you will practice this topic, you will solve exercises based on modals, it will be clear to you. Now the next is, when I was a child, I could climb trees. Again, please don't go to the definition first. Read the examples. Let us again come from general to specific. Okay? When I was a child, I could climb trees. When I was a child, I could swim easily. So this is again showing an ability. But if you again notice the structure of the sentence, I have used when I was a child. That means I am talking about my childhood days, my past, and hence this modal is expressing a past ability. that when I was a child, I could climb trees. So children, please don't get confused. Could or could not as the base form of the verb, of course the base form of the verb, the modal auxiliaries over here, expresses a past potential, a past ability. When I was a child, I could climb trees. Okay, some more examples children. Was, were plus able to. Able to over here, again a modal phrase. You know children, there is nothing to learn by heart over here. Once you start practicing and once you start solving questions based on these topics, modals will automatically, you will automatically understand the topic modals. It's not difficult at all. Children, we are using it in everyday, in the spoken English, we are using it on a daily basis. So why should it be difficult for you to understand? Just try to understand their meanings and the context in which they are used, and you will be done. So was, were, able to plus the base form of the verb. Here I have explained it with an example. I wasn't able to visit her in the hospital. Another way, able to, I am now using children the past ability. And how am I completing the sentence? Wasn't able to. Past. Was is used in the past. I wasn't able to visit her in the hospital. So a past inability. Okay, a past inability over here. He has not been able to get in touch with the client yet. So he has not been able to. It's a negative sentence over here children. He has not been able to get in touch with the client yet. Okay, so please go through these sentences once again. If there is a doubt, you may immediately ask me. Ask your doubts immediately children. Let us move on to the next slide now. Let us move on to the second meaning children. Possibility or impossibility. Can, can't plus base form of the verb. Possibility, like I told you that you will not define the modals with one definition only children. For example, we just studied that can is a modal that expresses ability. But here it is talking about possibility. What do you mean by possibility children? The frequency or the of an occurrence, isn't it? Possibility. So let us now try to understand this modal based on this meaning, possibility or impossibility. Okay, let us begin. Can or cannot plus the base form of the verb. You can catch that train at 10:43. So you can do it. It's again showing a possibility over here children, that it is possible to catch that train at 10:43. He cannot see you right now. He is in surgery. He cannot see you right now. He cannot meet you. He is in the middle of a surgery. Cannot. It is impossible. He cannot see you right now. Now again, possibility, impossibility. Here I am using could plus the base form of the verb over here is the first form of the verb. When I say the base form children, it means the first form of the verb. So catch in the first sentence, what was the base form of the verb used? Catch. Okay, you have to be very clear with the three forms of verbs children. Very, very important. Three forms of verbs, it should be on your fingertips, because until and unless you are clear with your three forms of verb, you will make error in the sentence construction. There will be error, definitely. So please revise your three form of verbs. Okay, let's look at this example now. I could fly via Amsterdam if I leave the day before. Now this is again your possibility. It's showing a possibility. Okay, that I could fly via Amsterdam if I leave the day before. It is possible. Now don't get confused between your ability and possibility children. Okay, it is possible, something that can happen. Okay, there is a chance of happening, of its occurrence. Okay. So I could fly via Amsterdam if I leave the day before. Now, next is asking for permission or giving permission. Can see the number of meanings that we can associate with this modal can, and this is an auxiliary modal, children. It's not a modal phrase over here. All that I am discussing, it is auxiliary, modal auxiliary. Can you lend me $10? So asking for permission. Here the definition of can has completely changed. So first we studied possibility, then we studied, now we are studying about permission or giving permission. And what was the first that we studied? Ability. So three different meanings that we have associated with the modal can. So can you lend me $10? It is asking for permission. Please go through this once again. If you have a doubt, please ask me. Children, you can immediately drop me a message. You can immediately clear your doubt. It should not be difficult for you to understand. Let us move on to the next slide now, children. Children, can plus base form of the verb informal. Now that was here asking permission in an informal manner. You can borrow my car. You know, children, can, could. There is a difference again in the politeness, in the manner of asking. So can is used to express an informal way of asking permission. So, you know, somebody who is very close to you or your friend, you will use can. You can borrow my car. Now next is could plus subject plus the base form of the verb. Base form of the verb means the first form of the verb, children, over here, and it's a much, see, it is much polite to use the word could. Could I have your number? Could I talk to your supervisor, please? When you have to talk or ask permission in a very polite manner, we use could. Okay, somebody who is elder to you or somebody who is high in position, we use the modal could. Could I have your number? Could I talk to your supervisor, please? Clear? Okay. Now, when you are wanting to make a suggestion, children, we use could. For example, you could take the tour of the castle tomorrow. Children, you don't have to learn these definitions that yes, could is used to make a suggestion also. Could is used to, for making your asking for permission in a very polite manner. You don't have to learn this. You just have to understand the different contexts in which these modals can be used. So you could take the tour of the castle tomorrow. Now this is again giving a suggestion. You could pay your grandmother a visit tomorrow as you have a holiday. So it's a holiday tomorrow. So you could go and pay your grandmother a visit. So this could over here, could take, and take is the base form of the verb or the first form. So making a suggestion. Go through it once. Children, the explanation part is done and I have taken up can, could and be able to. Please go through this slide again. I shall also be sharing this file with you. Go through it and then solve the worksheet, children. There's a worksheet attached. The last slide is based on it. I will be sharing this whole file with you. Now I'll just show you these questions and then you will solve it. Children, I have given you a few questions based on what we have studied today. Using the modal auxiliaries can, could and the modal phrases be able to. There are 5 questions based on it. 2 examples, solved examples also I have given. If required, go through the video lesson again. Read all the sentences read the entire explanation and then attempt these questions. Thank you, children.